Hi, I'm Michaela Dunphy, and you're watching a special edition of Our Changing Beaches. I'll give you an inside look at how our beaches form and how they change over time. To paraphrase an old Greek philosopher, you never step on the same beach twice. Some people say they go to the same beach year after year, but really they're going to a changed beach. As I'm here today at Kettle Cove Beach in Cape Elizabeth, Maine, it's lucky that we're experiencing a January thaw. Otherwise, I might not be able to explain the parts of the beach as well. But since the snow is all melted, I'll have a much easier time. The truth is that beaches are constantly changing. One summer, a beach might be perfect for sunbathing, and the next, the beach will be covered with rocks, and you'll barely be able to lie a towel down. Before I elaborate on what factors cause changes to our beaches, let's review some beach basics. So, what is a beach anyway? A beach is a geological formation comprised of loose rock particles such as sand, shingle, cobble, and shell along the shoreline of a body of water. A beach can also be considered a system in motion by waves where rock material moves on and offshore by wave and current forces. In the winter, storms can remove much of a beach's sand right down to rock, but by spring the sand can be redeposited again. On a day-to-day basis, huge quantities of sand are moved every hour. As waves move sand to beach, gravity and backwash move it back at the same rate. Let's take a look at my sandboard here. Up here, we have the crest of the beach, which folds down into the face, and the trough is located right around here, and that goes down into the longshore bar. The longshore bar is the area beyond the area where the waves crash on the beach, but they begin to crash. The shape of a beach depends on the type of waves that beach has. Constructive waves move material up a beach, as you can see from the diagram, while destructive waves move materials down a beach. On sandy beaches, the backwash of waves removes materials, forming a gently sloping beach. Here's a drawing of a healthy beach. As you can see here, the rear dune comes down into the fore dune, and then we get to the area of the dry beach. The dry beach is right around the area where the foreshore is, and then we extend on into the wet beach, where the high tide mark will also be, and then the low tide. And as we extend down further, this is where the waves will be crashing and we'll enter the near shore area. And up here is the back shore, and once again the foreshore. Here we have a much more polished version of a healthy beach. Although this is a basic formula for a beach, it's apparent that beaches can be vastly different. Now I'll show you some examples of different kinds of beaches. This area doesn't have enough wind to make waves large enough to make an actual beach. This beach has large waves that sweep around the island and deposit boulders. This beach is considered a wet beach, which lies at the base of steep cliffs. And finally, this beach has extensive dunes. Now let's go over the factors that change our beaches. The three major causes are waves, ocean currents, and tides. Let's talk about wave formation. Waves are formed when wind blows over the sea surface and wind's energy is transformed to water. As waves move towards the shoreline, they break up, and the turbulent energy stirs up and moves the beach sand. The higher the waves, the more energy is available for sand movement. As waves enter shallow water, they slow down, grow taller, and change shape. As you can see, the waves here today at Kettle Cove are not very big, but on a day when the waves are larger, it'd be quite easy to see that waves are the most significant factor affecting beaches. Among the other significant factors are ocean and tidal currents. Ocean and tidal currents move sediments on the adjacent coastal shelf. Swells and trade winds are also factors that affect our beaches. Accretion is the word we use to describe when beach builds up in a summer. Here is an example of a beach that continues to undergo many changes. As you just saw, the stream that cuts through the beach causes erosion. And that's just another example of the many ways in which our beaches continually change over time. This concludes our edition of Our Changing Beaches. I hope you enjoyed the program, and I hope I have prepared you for going to your beach next summer and finding it a little bit different. Kapi